When armies froze in foxholes and men vanished overnight to frostbite, there was one unlikely hero that kept soldiers alive through the coldest campaigns of World War II. And, well, it wasn't wool, fur, or any sort of fancy equipment. It was straw. Yes, the same dry stalks left behind after harvest, usually dismissed, burned, or just forgotten. World War II didn't just test nations, it really tested human endurance. On the Eastern Front, temperatures dropped so low that rifle bolts froze solid. In the Ardennes, during the Battle of the Bulge, soldiers' boots stiffened like iron. They discovered that while wool trapped moisture, straw trapped air. Its hollow stems formed countless tiny pockets that held warmth, even when just a bit damp. It didn't freeze, it didn't compress, and it weighed almost nothing. That trapped air is the real secret. Heat doesn't stay in a material, it stays in the still air inside it. Straw's hollow structure holds onto that air and, slows its escape. Even when it's a little wet, it manages to maintain its loft. What makes this wartime adaptation so fascinating is how creatively it was used. Men didn't just sleep on straw, they wore it. Greatcoats were stuffed full of it, turning thin wool into bulky air-filled armour against the cold. Straw stuffed between logs or boards blocked drafts and created a primitive double-wall insulation, the same principle used in modern energy-efficient homes. The Germans did the same, and in many memoirs straw is mentioned with a kind of reverence not as comfort but as survival. Those who ignored it or underestimated it often paid with frostbite or worse. For survivalists, bushcrafters or even campers caught unprepared, the lesson here is, well, timeless. If you ever find yourself in cold conditions without proper gear, the first rule is to get off the ground. Straw inside your clothing works the same way. You just stuff it between your shirt and coat, inside pant legs, or even in your sleeves. These principles can also be tested in controlled conditions. Spend one night lying on a tarp directly on the ground, then another with a straw bed underneath. You'll experience firsthand why World War II soldiers trusted this method. The deeper lesson here isn't just about insulation, it's about adaptability. Soldiers in World War II didn't survive the cold because they had better gear. They survived because they understood their environment. For historians, this story highlights how knowledge from agrarian life, something as mundane as how to store hay, became a survival technique on the battlefield. So, while history books focus on battles, strategies and generals, it's these quiet details, the straw underfoot, the cold night endured, that reveal the real human story of endurance and adaptation.